to the Steel Toe Morning Show.
What? Fuck off. Leave me alone. I'm okay. Good evening. How are you? I'm by myself. This isn't how I wanted to start tonight. I wanted to, hi, how are you? Everything's good. But something happened. So last night, we did a hot tub stream for the members only show. And there's no easy way to say this. And I don't know how we're going to move on, but April got leishmaniasis. I think it was some kind of chlorine reaction with a paper cut she had, and her leg is septic, and we have to take it. And so she's not going to be here tonight. I mean, I fully expect her to be back tomorrow. I don't want her to milk it. But I think she's going to have the leg taken tomorrow morning. No, I think tonight she's going to lose the leg. And I think back tomorrow. Because really, you're going to have to live the rest of your life without that leg. So don't take too many days off because you got to get back to a normal schedule. No, she'll be here in a little bit. She did not get leishmaniasis. I don't even think you would lose a leg with that. The worst case of leishmaniasis I've ever seen is a guy had it on his face. And it took up his whole cheek, and it's just a big pussy scab. And it was a one solid scab, and then he hit it with a soccer ball. It got hit with a soccer ball while he was playing. Why you'd play soccer with leishmaniasis, I don't know. And then it cracked it. If you took a sledgehammer to dry ground, and then the scab cracked and oozed and stuff. That's the worst I've ever seen. And I think that guy ended up being fine. Probably a hell of a scar. Welcome to the show. This is literally just me killing time until April's here. What a day. Johnny called in an hour before the show started this morning, and that was a hell of a ride. That was interesting. I really thought since he started off in the chat and he was, throwing his weight around a little bit, I thought maybe Mersh would co-host this morning, but that was not to happen. Gino didn't even wake up until after the show was over, so that didn't happen. And I never did reach out to Adonis Paul or Dr. Till or Stevie Lou, so we just soloed it for 4 hours. And by the way, thank you guys very much for that. It was a lot of fun. And tomorrow, I believe... Ow! Piss! God damn it, that hurt. I'm falling apart today. I don't know how you stub your toe sitting down, but I did. And it doesn't feel good. At any rate, Johnny's going to be fine. He'll be back again tomorrow. April will be back sometime tonight. The reason that the schedule is 7:30 on Mondays, some kids' schedule stuff changed during the week, and we just have to move Mondays back a half hour for probably a month or two, I would say. Somebody did say that, I can't find it now. James J. Weed said the swingers schedule is getting a bit ridiculous. It's exactly what it is. I had to accommodate the swingers schedule with our dance card being so full and whatnot. that we had to move the last couple of Monday evening shows to 7:30. Also, we need to pad the merch order for next month. So every Monday night, we're going to do a VIP giveaway. 3 T-shirts, the hoodie, the 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, entry into the $100 VIP drawing every month, 2 tickets to every live event we do, and one item of free merch every year just for you. So really, anything over $10 is going to get you entered into that. If we do 50 of them tonight, I think we'll do 2. That'll be fun. So if you want to do that, all the links are in the chat. There you go. Every 10 is an entry. So if you do, it's not like if you do 30, you're getting 1. You do 30, you're getting 3. So go ahead, fire away, and we've got a great show for you. Let's go. The chat has been very busy before the show because I've had this stream set up for a while. So I do want to just catch up to the show stuff. The stuff before it's going to take me forever to get to. Mr. Q says, just a swinging. A John Anderson song. Aristocock says, don't put that swinging thing on April. She deserves a W every once in a while. Hobo Chili said, I heard this version of pudding is imperial margarine. He sits there in the corner with a tub in short pants and a wooden spoon like an Augustus Gloop. Hey, Hobo, good to see you, buddy. You know, I value consistency in my relationships above anything else. Hobo Chili also says, little Aaron used to sneak his mother's cookbooks up to his room and pleasure himself to a 3-hour roast preparation. He's nothing if not creative. Aristocock says, April calls out cold cuts as a form of foreplay. He loses it at honey baked ham. Fuck. Why do I come here? Why do I show up if I know it's going to be like this? K Fallen the Great says, don't mind me. I'm drunk and gay tonight. That's exactly how we like you. No, this is not 30 minutes late. This is going to be the new Monday schedule for a while. Okay? The new Monday schedule is going to be 7:30. Mr. Nobody, is Ricada's dick still stuck in Aaron? Wouldn't you like to know? That would be one hell of a powerful anal grip that I have. If I could take a man's penis clean off. Unfortunately, I have not found out. Wait, unfortunately? No, fortunately, I haven't found out. K Fallen says April was working on the barn and caught a case of ST fleas. It's nonsense. It's total nonsense. Get it? Because he's gay, not happy gay, man salon. Yes, I know, I understand. They're gay jokes, guys. I do. Dirty Dalish is upset, says, where is April? I don't know. I'll fire her in like 5 minutes. I think if she's not here by 7:45, gone. Done. Fired for good. We'll bring back Oz. And if Oz comes back, we've still got a set of great tits. So, nothing lost. Ryobi says, oh shit, wow, weight loss. Really? I've eaten no good food today. I have been running around, picking up the kids, driving everywhere, taking them places, stuff like that. I have eaten shit food today. I mean, garbage. I mean, high octane dog shit. Oh shit, Johnny better look out. He's going to lose his cripple privilege, says K Fallen the Great. Yeah, if I keep stubbing my toe, for Christ's sake. All right, let's skip down to the end here. I'm basically stalling until April gets here, but I don't sense a lot of... Oh, there she is. All right. I was going to say I don't sense a lot of urgency. Isn't it weird when you talk shit about someone and then they show up? That's always the strangest thing.
I have been doing things for other people today. It's about time. I'm actually excited for the show.
What's that line? God damn it! What movie? Oh God! What movie is it? It's Big Daddy when the guy at the bar goes, "And I'm not busy."
Oh, forgot one thing.
Motherfucker. We were going to start. April, are you borrowing one of your children's shirts? Ah ha ha! Get it? Cause she's tiny. Balls and Wieners wants to know if it's cold in here. It is. April keeps this house at she had it at a balmy 70 today.
70. All right, I'm back.
Are you good? They wanted to know if it was cold in here.
Is it cold? I forgot. I'm sorry.
Are you having a nipple day?
I guess so. I think I'm...
I can see your nipples. I can see your nipples.
What are you, 4?
Yeah.
Hasn't everybody seen a nipple or two?
Boop.
I guess I'm pulling a Keanu. I forgot a bra today. Sheesh.
I want to play peekaboo with those things for the next 2 hours. Egg Picker says, I don't know why Aaron doesn't like being solo. 99.9% of the show is him anyway. What are you talking about?
It's true.
What are you talking about?
You kind of are the show.
Dirty Daler says, April is a hottie as usual. Yeah, tonight with extra nips.
Yeah, thank you. I hope you enjoy them. I didn't even know they could see it. Like, look how bright my shirt looks on camera. I really figured they couldn't.
A show with a 92% male demographic audience isn't going to notice nipples?
I don't know. They always say I don't have any.
Papa Dan says it appears to be a bit nippy tonight. Loaded Wrench also pointing out we can see yours too, Aaron. Thank you. Buddy Travis says today's show sucked till you talked about the city councilman. Thank you for your honesty. Mel Gibson, after 12 beers, says them nips make you want to change the frequency on an old radio.
Oh, I get it.
Hold on, 93.6.
Be gentle, but not too gentle.
Right, exactly. You got to pinch them a little. You got to put
Just
a
a
little
little.
pressure on them and then turn
Or
them.
just a little nibble.
You can't give them a little soft touch. That's not going to do anything. You got to give them a little pinch. Let them know you're there, but you're not going to take them with you. And then...
But you'll return.
You will be back. Alex says Keanu doesn't forget bras. She leaves them off on purpose. What the hell you say?
Well, so today when I got dressed, I did indeed leave it off on purpose because I don't need one per se. I just forgot to put one on before the show, which was not intentional. I like to be professional.
It really is just accidental slut behavior, is what she's saying.
Oh.
It's just on it. You know what we'll call it? Incidental ho-ness.
I feel properly shamed.
Yeah. And that's what you have to do to them from time to time. Hobo Chili with another $1.99 says, I can see your pudge. I can see your pudge. Thank you. Hobo with another $1.99 says, April, you're looking kind of fat. Just saying.
You know what? I would agree with that. Do you want to see how fat I look today?
How fat do you... Your pants are falling off and you have a belt on.
Look at this.
You have to start eating again.
I think I'm in a good weight, but like, is that fat? I think it's fat.
Yeah, I think you're getting really chubby.
We're really fat today.
You're going to have to go with it. Fuck that. I am. I haven't eaten real food all day. It's been shit.
I had fajitas today.
Congratulations. I've been on the road.
I made them.
On the road all day long.
You were on the road again.
Going places that I've always been. Mile High High says April has a great personality.
Thank you.
Papa Dan, is it cold or is April thinking about a road trip to see Mersh? I told that story today.
No. Come on. I didn't mean it.
April goes, we should all take a road trip to see Mersh. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from?
He seems like a fun guy. I don't know.
Like a mushroom?
His Poonhound days are over. There's nothing to worry about. That's just a nice hang then.
K Fallen says, fuck Aaron, turn them back. The camera is fussy now, you asshole. I'm being swore at, and I don't even know why. They're telling you that you're being very untoward.
I'm sorry. I swear to God I'll do better.
She's going to work on it, boys and girls. All right, VIP drawing tonight. Contributions of $10 or more get you one VIP drawing. We're going to do that drawing at 9:30. So in about an hour and 45 minutes, we'll do that drawing.
Cool.
Until then, we've got a shitload of stuff to talk about. I'm excited about the Super Bowl this year, man. It's going to be a rematch of 2020. We got the Chiefs. We got the 49ers. I have a bad feeling San Francisco is going to win.
No.
Christian McCaffrey looks unbeatable.
I don't know. The Chiefs always seem to pull it off, though.
He looks really good, though. Like, he was single-handedly just dragging San Francisco back from 17 down against the Lions. But the Chiefs have the magic of Taylor Swift.
That's true. She's a lucky charm this year.
You know what's bullshit is that right now, the Chiefs go to the Super Bowl, and they've won 2 out of the last 3 or 2 out of the last 4. I can't remember. But anyway.
They've been busy.
Right now, everyone's like, oh, wow, Taylor Swift, and they're in the Super Bowl. She's like a good luck charm, and here they go, blah, blah, blah. I guarantee you they lose the Super Bowl. The first thing people are going to say, dude, fucking Taylor Swift, distracting the team. It was a big distraction, and that's why they didn't win the Super Bowl.
They will. Somebody will blame it on her someday.
Like right now, they're all saying, oh, man, Taylor Swift is a good luck charm until she's not anymore.
Or they win and they all give her credit for winning.
And dicks. They
What do you
all
mean?
give her dicks.
I don't think she wants more than one. She just wants Kelsey's.
How about Jason Kelsey's too?
No.
No, she's just Travis?
Travis is the hotter brother.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't see 320-pound Jason Kelsey as the hottest one?
Sorry. I
You
need my
didn't
guys a little slimmer than that.
You didn't see him with his shirt off? Oh,
Can't say that I have.
man,
Sorry.
He's a good one, that Jason Kelsey. Hobo Chili says, I'm going to call this show The Thirst and the Thyroid. That hurts my feelings. That's way more creative than it needed to be. Aristocock says, the beer and the queer was taken. Thank
Oh,
you.
God.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I was going to ask you if you wanted a beer.
No, when I say I've eaten shit today and I'm
You
exhausted.
didn't really eat shit, did you?
Not literal shit, but
What
shit.
did you eat? Do you want to confess your sins for the day? This is the food confessionals with Aaron M. Holt.
A Quick Trip breakfast burger, 2 Diet Mountain Dews,
Ew.
right?
That's disgusting, actually.
A Casey's pizza slice,
That's fine.
a Celsius,
Okay.
combos,
Maybe excusable if you tell me what flavor.
nacho cheese.
No. I'm not excusing it.
That's what I ate today.
It's dog shit.
And 2 of the kids' leftover Dairy Queen chicken tenders.
Oh, God. See, even if you were going to go out to eat, couldn't you just pick somewhere with a little sustenance or
I
something?
let the kids pick.
You didn't let the kids pick all the other things.
They weren't with me when I was
Right.
picking those things.
In that regard, you had the option to pick what you wanted. And you chose those things.
I did.
Well,
I did. Kyle says, hi, April. You look lovely, especially sitting next to that claymation of a man, Aaron. Thank you. I feel very
Thank
good.
you.
I feel wonderful about myself tonight, and you guys are helping.
Kyle never compliments me. I actually take that in high regard.
Front Porch Conservative says, glad you're back, April. Your boy on your right was really needing a wingman this morning.
Yeah.
Aaron is good, but great with a comedy partner. Yeah, April abandoned me this morning.
No, it was my bad. Our friends needed help with a few things. Hands tied. You know I would have been here otherwise.
Oh, hands tied. Oh, they needed help with a few things, and her hands
no,
were tied.
that would have
Do
been
you
way
hear-
more fun.
Do you hear that? Oh,
No.
Confirmed.
Go fuck yourself.
Confirmed, guys. Confirmed.
Wow.
Don't tell Gene.
I would have way rather had my hands actually tied. Thank you very much.
With balls in them.
Oh,
Guinness says, you don't need a garbage disposal. You have Aaron.
that's true. You'll clean up just about anything, won't you?
Wait a minute. No.
You ate like week-old pork belly rice from Ippen.
I did.
That's disgusting.
It's delicious. Buddy Travis says, you fucking slob. Drink water, eat all the shit, but Mountain Dew. I do have water here. Aaron eats his weight in pygmies. All right, let's do a show today. Like I said, we're gonna do a VIP drawing at what time did I say we're doing the VIP drawing? 9:30, and we've got D. Luke is in there.
Thank you, dear.
And Buddy Travis with 5. So I don't think he wants to be in, but thank you very much, Buddy.
Was that just a dono?
That was just him being a sweet guy. Thank you very much
Thank you.
for that. So yes, $10 and over gets you an entry into the VIP drawing tonight. 3 of the steel toe shirts, steel toe hoodie, 2 of the stickers, free entry into every live event we do. Next one coming up in March, and free entry into the $100 VIP drawing, which is happening Wednesday.
Have we gotten our venue yet?
I'm working on it.
I keep thinking about that.
I'm going to get there. James says, I don't hate solo Aaron. I enjoyed it.
There you go. James is a fan.
Thank you, James. How did you feel about yesterday's members only show? I've received some feedback on it. I wanted to know how you felt about it.
I was upset that the camera just shut off. Like it just stopped streaming.
I don't know what it had to be.
It pulled an Usyk. Stop video, please.
It had to be.
Stopped.
It had to be like what do you call it? Condensation or like.
It would have been condensation. It would not have been heat because that wasn't directly in heat.
No Pen 15 Fathead says, throw me in, daddy, and throws us $10. Appreciate that, pal.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And by the way, you can do those anywhere. YouTube, Rumble, PayPal, whichever one. It's up to you. Stevie J says, the hot tub stream was so strange, I don't know what to say. Look, we were watching football. We were watching Lions 49ers.
Yeah.
It was getting time to do a members show.
Just got close.
April said, what do you want to do? And I said, honestly, most people are probably watching this game right now. So we don't have to do this right at 7 o'clock.
Right.
Let's wait a little while. Let's do the hot tub thing and just have a little fun with that, and it'll be great. And then...
It was fun. I just hated that we didn't get to do the rest of the show because it was cut off for us. That was all.
There was one comment that I thought was particularly sexy. I did like one comment that I had to go in and moderate. Just like and thumbs up and all that. I can't remember who it was. I don't know who I can give credit to, but they said, Lady Rackets is looking at April like a gray wolf looks at a baby deer.
I mean,
Hobo Chili says, I'm gathering that hot tub stream was the most awkward foursome. Oh, God, just legs and arms everywhere.
No.
It was the craziest weird thing. I
mostly just sat in the corner and watched. I like that.
Kyle says, Aaron seemed mean to Nick's wife and April was crushing on Mersh. Yeah, there was a weird dynamic. I wasn't mean.
Was I crushing on Mersh? Why is this the thing now? He's
Because-
going to think things.
Because I told the story about how you told us all we should all take a road trip down to Florida and see Mersh.
We were talking about doing a road trip, and that's the longest one I could think of, and Mersh is down there. And I'm like, oh, logically, let's go to Florida and see Mersh. Come on.
Donald Trump is down there, too. Hulk Hogan is down there.
Do they want to see me?
The Hulkster does.
I
He
don't
told me. Hobo Chili says, Aaron wanted to play. I need representation, but I don't have any money. How can I ever pay? I don't know what that means.
It means you can't pay to play.
Yeah. Aaron seemed mean to Nick's wife. No, I wasn't. She doesn't think I'm funny.
She
And
actually hates him. It's fine.
I was feeling a real frosty vibe, and I pointed it out.
Didn't feel frosty on my end. Just kidding.
Hobo, John Hahn says April had a wet dream about Mersh confirmed.
You know what? I've actually had 3 wet dreams about Mersh.
About Mersh.
Clip it.
Of all. It's the voice, isn't it?
He was a very sensual lover. His cats watched.
Oh, cats too. Laughing Lions wants to be entered in the VIP drawing tonight. Thank you very much, Laughing Lions. There you guys go.
Thank you.
Buddy Travis says, oh, no, that's not true. Nobody was being a bitch. I thought everybody was having a great time.
Everyone had a great time until the fucking camera stopped.
And then everyone looked at me like, I thought you said there was a ton of battery life left. There was.
Yeah, we seriously all looked at you like, hey, what gives?
I was the asshole.
Kind of.
All right, guys,
Phone.
let's jump into some stuff. I will be honest, I have been busy all day, and I had a little bit of time to do some show prep while the kids were here today. A lot of this stuff is going to be the leftover stuff we didn't get to this morning, but we got a few new ones added in. RFK Jr., I'm pretty sure RFK Jr. is a boomer, right? Like, he's not a Gen Xer.
That should be boomer.
RFK
right?
Jr. age. Yeah, he's 70. He's a boomer. But
God, look at that hair.
Yeah, but he was shitting on boomers today, and I found it particularly fun.
Of course.
Robert F. Kennedy.
What are you doing?
Kennedy!
Oh, God.
I'm sorry. I had to.
Man.
He was shitting on boomers, saying that they don't know. Basically, they don't know shit.
Okay.
Called them disabled. He said all boomers have a disability because they only get their news from ABC, NBC, CNN, MSNBC, and the New York Times.
And your dick instantly got hard.
And yeah, I was just like, dude, if you want to shit on boomers, I mean, I'm here for it.
Aaron's not the biggest fan.
Yeah, pick whatever you want. It's not that I hate boomers. That's not it at all. That's that's cliche. That's hack. It's not that I hate boomers. It's that they leveraged the future of their country so that they could have some RVs. That's what I hate. That they basically borrowed against this nation's future so that they could watch boom booms go off in the desert in the Middle East, and so that they could get reverse mortgages, kill their family's generational wealth, and get themselves a really cool Robert De Niro and Meet the Fockers RV.
Yeah, I don't like that. I've never liked that. I'm actually anti-RVs at this point. We had we had a camper once. I hated it. It's just retarded, really. It seems like a waste of money.
Aristocock says, Aaron loves VIPs, very ignored penises.
I think he meant to say engorged.
That would be an E.
Yeah, but if you look back, he spelled engorged with an I. There's an R in there.
So RFK Jr. says that boomers only get their news from legacy media. I mean, that's true. But like, even if boomers got their news from like Alex Jones or something like that, they'd find a way to like be against it because it wasn't what the legacy media people said. So it's not like boomers haven't been exposed to that stuff. It's that they don't hear it on their news things, so they don't believe it. And boomers are really fucking old and stubborn now too.
Very
They're stuck in their
ways.
Yeah. It's not like you're gonna introduce them to something new and they're gonna go, oh wow, thank you. Now I can get a fresh perspective on what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
They're not going to.
Never.
But I want to hear RFK Jr. shit on him a little bit, so let's play that.
The one cohort that I'm doing.
Oh God, I forgot I hate his voice.
I forgot it sounds like he's struggling to breathe.
I know
when he talks.
every time I watch an RFK Jr. clip, I'm like, oh man, I'm really excited. And then all of a sudden he sounds like a speak and spell. And then I just go, oh fuck, that's right. I really hate listening to him talk.
It's painful, right?
Yeah. He's one of my favorite people to read. Like, I like reading his quotes.
Okay.
Hearing his quotes, like, borderline makes me angry. And,
I don't know about that.
Like, you want him to clear his throat or get a lozenge or something. You want some kind of cure-all to
throat
happen.
spray.
You want something to knock that shit loose.
Get some nice throat coat tea.
Right, here. Take some chloroseptic sore throat spray.
Shit's nasty.
And he'll be fine.
Dude, I don't like it. If you misfire and get in your mouth and stuff, your shit goes weird.
If you get it in your mouth, it hurts a lot. And it's, you really can't even make fun of RFK Jr. because if you try to do that voice, it doesn't sound as bad as his does.
No, his is somehow deep.
Yeah.
It's deep and troubling.
Really poorly with is baby boomers. And I ought to be doing, thank you. Thanks to all the old people like me.
Stop talking.
And I ought to be doing really great with them because, they're the people who remember Camelot and the Kennedy era.
He knows Camelot?
They have a
The Kennedy family.
I know. It was a funny joke. Come on.
Kennedy! Sorry, I had to do it again.
disability, which is they only get their news from
Their news.
ABC. You know what? When I'm really tired at night, when I'm really sleepy, but I can't quite get to bed, you know what I do?
What?
I count RFK Juniors.
Okay. Yeah. No kidding. He does sound like a goat that's being strangled. How do you keep talking when you literally sound like you're being suffocated?
Because you really don't have a choice.
from ABC, NBC,
Type it.
CNN, MSNBC, and the New York Times.
He sounds like a Lil Wayne chorus.
And then when he inhales, it's like, you hear that? It catches.
It does sound like he's telling, like everything he says seems important because it sounds like he's willing to die to say it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's into it.
And the New York Times.
By the way, this is why we'll never get a president as smart as RFK Jr. or anyone who like is thoughtful or whether you like his politics or not. This is why America will never have a president like this because we will not allow it. We are not as good as we think we are. We get the leadership that we deserve because anytime we have a guy who might try to tell us something or explain us something, but he sounds weird, we'll go, like we're all still technically in high school. Like if someone had a great message, like you guys should all get along and not bully each other and you should all be friends. And then in high school, like all the cool kids go, oh, okay, fag, let's be nice to each other and be friends. We still do that now.
Right.
RFK Jr. is like, we should try a different way of doing things. And we're like, oh, should we, fucking retard? Ah.
What character does that sound like from something?
Pat from SNL.
No,
Yeah.
it's like an animated thing.
I don't know. It sounds like Pat from SNL to me. But then again, I'm old.
And if I were living in that information ecosystem, I'd have a low opinion of myself as well.
I can't listen to
What we're
this.
finding is if they, the young people are getting their information from long-form interviews, from podcasts, from other alternative interviews. So they're doing critical thinking and they're not locked into these orthodoxies. And
Okay, that's great. That's nice. That's wonderful. As someone who's not an old person or a young person,
Yeah.
politicians do this really disingenuous thing where they talk about young people like they're smart. And they go, young people listen to podcasts and they do this and they do that and it's really wonderful. And you're like, yeah, okay, yeah, they listen to that shit, but you also have to remember they're still dumb.
This is true.
Like cool, they listen to long form podcasts. Great. I really question how much of it they absorb and how much of it they actually like take with them.
People could like listen to long form Lex Fridman and still be retarded.
Right.
So.
Like Lex Fridman.
I don't know if he's retarded. He just kind of acts.
He's not book retarded, I'll give you that. But like socially
something's weird.
Human wise, that's a fucked up guy.
Somehow, if you're young and you have parents, you need to lock them up somewhere and make them listen to a Joe Rogan podcast.
Oh, yeah, because you know what a 70-year-old's going to really love? An episode of the Joe Rogan podcast. You know, why is this talking about apes so much?
Oh, my God.
They're not going to like
Grandma.
Joe Rogan. Yeah, Grandma's not going to get Joe Rogan.
You're not going to get it when they talk about ayahuasca?
No, I don't think Granny's going to understand. Either that or your granny, after listening to Joe Rogan, is going to really undergo a lifestyle change. I don't know. He's right. Like, boomers get all their news from, like, legacy media and all that shit. He's not wrong, but, like, I gave up on trying to reach them.
Yeah, I don't know if it's worth it anymore.
Right.
It does seem long gone.
He's acting like you can do something about that.
Yes.
You know, he's like, well, boomers, they get their news from legacy media. It's like, yeah, they do. And what are we going to do about it? Nothing. It's not like they're going to stop doing that this election cycle. T. Jefferson's, I like this idea. He says, get this guy an advocate. Maybe Paul Heyman can talk for him. Yeah, so like in pro wrestling, when a guy is like really good or really big and they want to push him to the moon, but he can't talk very well, like he's not a very good interview,
okay,
they'll give him a manager who's really good at talking, and that guy will cut promos for him.
I mean, this guy should have somebody speaking for him.
Yeah, we could do that. We could like let Vivek Ramaswamy speak for RFK Jr.
Doesn't have to be a politician. Get like Morgan Freeman with that smooth voice in there.
Zac Efron.
Nah, he's more for looking at.
Right. It's America. That's what we judge people on.
All right.
You have Zac Efron talk for...
Only if he's shirtless.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a given.
Pantless on occasion.
Yeah. What's the line in Neighbors? Your whole body looks like an arrow pointing to your dick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, and it does.
Hobo Chili says, I enjoyed Aaron as the Continental Drift because he is the original landmass.
Oh, my God, you guys.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Mad Joe says, Red looks good on you, April.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Also, Mile High High says, April is stunning. A lot of comments on April's appearance today, and that's what women in podcasts really like. By the way.
Thank you very
hold on.
much. I didn't feel good tonight.
We do have a very special guest on the line.
I heard that.
Yeah, and I want to make sure that we get this guest. Oh, no. Oh, call back. Wonderful, amazing guest who had just called in. I just had you ready to go. Oh, we had a very special guest for tonight's show. Damn it. Rincewind with $5 says, Aaron, you look like Ned Flanders gave up on life. April, please fix your Lego hair. People can see you.
When I go grab my next beer, I will fix it. How's that?
That sounds nice.
What should I do to it?
To your hair?
Yeah. How do I fix it? You guys always tell me to fix it. What do you want?
Shave it all off.
Oh, let's be reasonable.
Get it nice and messy.
Something I can do in 3 minutes.
Oh, well, get it full of cum.
So I'm not gone too long. 3 minutes. Oh, my goodness.
I mean, who's pussyfooting around? Jesus Christ. All right, let's go to the phones.
Call from Try Again, Fat Boy. To accept, press 1.
Wait, now, this could be one of two people. This is either Paul Stephanie, the weepy voice killer, or RFK Jr. Who is this?
I understand you're looking for my son.
Wait, hold on. Is this Paul Bearer?
Stop it.
Indeed.
Oh, Paul Bearer, it's so nice to talk to you. You know, I feel like you've been gone for a long time. What caused you to come back tonight and on this show of all places?
I understand you have a man who needs my service.
Paul Bearer, do you know who RFK Jr. is?
No, I did not see him at the Royal Rumble where Cody Rhodes reigned supreme, only because The Undertaker was not in attendance.
Some people in the chat are calling you Paul Unbearable.
Oh my God.
They soon will see the inside of the earth.
Okay. Now, Paul Bearer, do you think that you could maybe help this RFK Jr. guy out? He's a presidential candidate, and he's having a little bit of trouble catching on with people. He's a third party guy. He has a really weird voice. He's got some kind of throat issue. Do you think you could maybe help take him to that next level?
I do not see that in his future. He's too fucked up.
Okay. Oh, he's too fucked up. Okay, I didn't know that was a
my
Paul
God.
Bearer diagnosis. The Paul Bearer in the chat saying not me. All right,
Okay,
we got
okay.
some kind of identity
It's
crisis.
not him.
Paul Bearer, have we covered all the everything you wanted to cover tonight? What else did you have for us?
Nothing more at this time for you.
All right, thank
Jesus
you, Paul Bearer.
Christ.
Good luck with your comeback.
Thank you. What a great guess that was. I
You know,
didn't laugh that hard all day.
I never got to talk to Percy Pringle while he was alive, and Paul Bearer reaching out from the depths like that, it's really
It's
nice.
special.
If you're just joining us tonight, first off, I apologize. Second of all, we are doing a VIP drawing. We're looking to
Yes.
bump up those merch order. We're trying to inflate our merch order a little bit to get that sent out. So a VIP drawing tonight. Anybody who contributes $10 or more is getting an entry into the VIP drawing. 3 steel-toe T-shirts, the hoodie, the 2 5.5-inch vinyl stickers, 2 tickets to every live event we do. Entry into the $100 drawing every month. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, Super Chats. Every $10 gets an entry. So if you do 20, it's 2, 30, you get the idea. Kyle says, I want a steel-toe hoodie. Jump on in. You can get all of it.
Get in there, Kyle.
Even if you don't want the other shit. Just,
He just
Take-
orders all hoodies.
yeah, just take it anyway. You know?
Okay. Look at that bouncy ass knee you got over there. What's going on?
Dude,
Are you jacked up?
no, it's the opposite. I'm fried. Like, I am fried, and this leg is
Like
bouncing.
chicken.
Yeah, I think this.
Would you like a beer or a whiskey to perk you up?
I think this leg is bouncing, like, to keep me going.
See, I feel like when
you
I'm
will.
tired, I don't have the energy to bounce my leg.
I would like that Tennessee whatever, or no, Kentucky whatever bourbon.
Kentucky Owl. The
No,
Royal
no,
Ice
no,
one?
no, no, no.
Oh, the blue label one.
The blue cheapy one
Okay.
with a Coke.
With a Coke.
If I
Do we
could.
have Coke? Oh, we do.
We do have Coke.
How about I finish this beer and then I go do that?
And then I want the Coke left over in the little can. If I could. Like a milkshake when you get the tin.
I'll consider it.
Thank
I've
you.
only got this much left, so
I appreciate it.
I'll get
So
right
yes,
on
if
it.
you want to get in that drawing tonight, we only got 3 people in it, so you get pretty good odds. If you want to jump in there tonight, thank you guys very, very much.
I guess unless you're going to switch to something, should I go now?
I am going to switch to this one. How about you go after this one?
All right.
That works. A Connecticut family was recently surprised to find that their neighbor dug up their yard one Saturday morning. All right.
Oh.
Outside of any context, you wake up, you look outside, there's a man just digging holes in your fucking yard. Before you even know it's your neighbor, it's one of those things where you just look away and look back at it 3 or 4 times because you're like, that's not
Like, huh?
That didn't
I'm
happen.
clearly still sleeping.
right. I'm having some kind of sleep.
It's a
related
lucid
issue.
dream.
Yeah, I took a sleeping pill or something and it fucked with my head. I'm not really sure because there's no way there's holes all over my front yard. Well, their neighbor just started
I'd rather have
digging
holes all over my backyard. Am I right?
your lips to God's ears.
I'm sorry.
But like you go, a guy, and like you shudder to think of it's one of those things where you're like, do I ask him why he's doing it? Do I want to know?
That is a strange one. Like, what if he was like some kind of killer and there was someone buried there? That's to me one outcome. But the other one could be like he's an innocent dude and he thinks there's like some treasure buried there.
Well, when they
I don't know.
confronted the neighbor, the man began threatening them with the rock rake that he was holding. When the police showed up, the 62-year-old man named Mark Uderstedt told them that he owned the neighborhood and that he believed the neighbors whose yard he was digging up were pirates.
But what does that give you? Like, how do you get the right to dig up a yard just because they're pirates?
'Cause
Let's say I'm a pirate. Do this, like, you just get to dig up my yard then?
He owns the neighborhood. He already went over this. If you were paying attention to this completely normal, sane man, he owns the neighborhood and he believes they were pirates.
Not the point.
He was in their front yard trying to dig up their booty.
I don't really like to admit that I liked it, but that was a good one.
You see, you know what his favorite racial slur is? You know what's a pirate's favorite racial slur?
Uh-oh. Oh, I know. I don't know this.
The N-word. You know why?
Because of the hard R.
Hey! There's a
Don't
good
we all
joke.
love it?
Oh.
I actually don't think you're trying in this to do the hard R.
As I steal Anthony's joke every time. Easiest R I ever said in my life.
Oh.
So this guy was digging up his neighbor's yard because he suspected them of being pirates. You know, there's a lot of times where you see someone doing something, you're like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
But then they explain it to you and you go, oh, well, that makes sense. I feel like that's the reaction I would have here. My neighbor's digging up my front yard.
I don't know.
I'm really pissed about it until I ask him. I'm like, hey, man, what's going on? He's like, oh, no, hey, don't worry. I'm pretty sure you guys are pirates.
But
And you're like, oh, shit. I mean, well, no, we're not. But now I get at least why you're digging up my yard. Totally makes sense. Just fill it all in.
now, did he at least get a metal detector out there and like he was digging with a purpose? Because if you're just roughshod digging.
You can't dig with one of those that far away from the sea. They'll suffocate.
Oh, my God.
A porpoise. Wait, they breathe.
Wow.
They breathe
you
oxygen.
and I really actually went two different directions with that, and I will not be disclosing where I went with
Oh,
that.
where'd you go?
Something about metals and things and, you know, metals, precious metals.
Jews? He was burying Jews in the front.
Let's move on.
Okay.
Let's save this channel.
When the police showed up, the 62-year-old man, I was just trying to make a porpoise joke.
I know that now.
You know, one time I saw a guy at SeaWorld and he was feeding the baby dolphins.
Yes.
And I said, hey, man, you really have done nothing with your life if you're just sitting around here, feeding the baby dolphins for a living. And he looked back at me. He shot his head around. He looked at me and he said, now, wait a minute. I believe I'm serving a youthful porpoise. You see,
That was an exhausted moan, I'll have you know.
See, because
Not the good kind.
Those are my least favorite kinds of moans.
No.
When the police showed up, the 62-year-old named Mark Uderstadt told them that he owned the neighborhood, believed his neighbors were pirates, so he was digging up their yard. Which, again, makes sense, because if your neighbors are pirates, you do want to dig up their yard.
No.
Because you need to know what's buried under
Why
there.
do you just assume it's in their yard? Wouldn't they be keeping that shit on their ship if they're pirates?
Excuse me, it's
on.
their yard.
Oh my God, I have to get out of here.
That
was actually brutal. I can't do that.
Here's my problem. I did a solo show today. I've been driving all day. I'm sleepy. I'm
proud of
going
you
to
for
be
that.
very silly.
I'm proud of you for that because there was nothing I could do for you, unfortunately, and you still did it.
You know what I was driving in all day?
Go on.
A car.
Quit.
Do you know?
We're done.
Do you know what I was driving on, though? Do you know what surface I was driving on?
Tar.
Tar.
What is this wheezy?
Yeah, I
laugh
drove
you
so
have
many
tonight?
miles. I could have drove from here to
Yes.
Zanzibar.
I hate you so much.
Oh,
You seem very giddy tonight. I don't get it.
I
being so
am.
tired.
I'm kind of delirious tired.
Doesn't even make sense.
Let's go to the phones.
Buddy Travis, I got a
To accept, press 1.
What?
To send a voice.
Did you just say your name was Bubba Crowder?
Buddy Travis, and I got a porpoise joke for you.
Oh, Buddy Travis has. By the way, real quick, Buddy Travis, $20. He's in the VIP drawing twice tonight. Thank you very much, Buddy Travis. If you
Thank
guys
you.
want to jump in on that, there's the links in the chat.
I did put you in twice.
All right, Buddy, what do you have for us?
Okay, so I was out on a boat, right? And I was with this old fisherman, and we saw this thing in the water, and he jumped over the edge of the boat, and he jumped in. And he was just amazed. And when he got out of the water, he was like, man, that was the best piece of glass I ever had. And I was like, what was it? He's like, it was a mermaid. And I was like, no, that was a dolphin. Yeah, it was the poorest piece of piss I ever had.
Are you underwater?
I get it. Piece of puss, piece of ass. You understand?
It's a porpoise.
Thank you very much, buddy. I appreciate it. I think he
Wow.
was calling from an aquarium.
I think so too. He's like in it though.
Yeah, he was.
I don't.
I don't know.
It's very hard to follow.
Yeah, it was. That call was subpar.
Oh God. Please stop.
You see, because it's the thing with the.
No, I don't get it. Please
Oh.
explain farther.
Mr. Nobody says, who's the host of this show?
Nobody.
A retard.
See, don't you need a drink for this? Oh, you want one? I'm a retard.
Yeah, retard.
Retard.
You know what drink I don't want?
What?
A sidecar. Hobo says, Chief, I see you wore your rubbers. I know, that guy called and I wanted to go, here lies the body of Mary Lee, died at the age of 103. For, what was it? For 17 years, she kept her virginity. That's not a bad record for this vicinity.
God, you're insane.
Not normal.
So wait, what did they find in this yard?
Yard. Oh, they found quite a few things, you know.
Oh, you piece of shit.
Yeah, they found quite a few things. They found, you know what they found? They found.
I don't want to know.
They found a cohiba.
No, they didn't.
Yeah,
Nope.
they did.
Oh,
Which
let's
happens
stick to Cohiba, please.
which
Nope.
happens to be a cigar.
I have to get out of here. I'm tapping out early tonight, you fucking guy.
Oh, I just love this. The chat's just going to do Captain Quint lines all night. That's good. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women. Could you bring me a drink and a shot?
My God. Okay,
That
what
could be
kind
kinda
of
fun.
shot?
Just the same kind.
Do you want me to go now?
That's kind of what I'm getting at.
I didn't
No,
get to
April,
find-
I wanted to talk about the guy digging up the yard for the
God
next 20
damn
minutes.
it, can I do anything for you, man?
Yeah,
I
you can get
didn't-
me a couple drinks.
I didn't know if you were done with that story. We never found out if they found anything.
Oh, yeah, you really, I was really killing it with that story, so I should have really milked that one.
You know what?
Here, I'll
No,
wrap it up. I'll
no,
wrap it up.
Listen to me. I'm sorry.
No, it's on
I'm
me.
sorry.
No, it's
My fault.
I'm gonna. Never mind. The caller's husband confronted Uderstadt about being on his property and digging up his
Yard.
Thank you. Uderstadt began to yell and scream obscenities directed at the caller's husband and young children. Uderstadt then swung his rock rake in the direction of the caller's husband in a
Aw.
threatening manner. Uderstadt later told police he was actually digging up the
Yard.
because he believed they were trying to install a
Water line.
water.
No, you
That doesn't work. Okay. Which seems much more reasonable, but presumably still illegal. Uderstadt is now being charged with risk of injury. What? He's being charged with risk of injury, second-degree threatening, fourth-degree criminal mischief, breach of peace, and simple trespass as a result of his bizarre outburst.
His what now?
Bizarre. Hey, who's your favorite member of D12?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
It would be bizarre. Aristocock TX says, this is painful.
It hurts me actually. You know what? It hurts so bad. I'm going to go get drinks.
All right, why don't you go get drinks, and I'll sit here with these guys and do Captain Quint lines. Oh, God,
Wow.
that feels
What
really
happened to
fucking
you? You
good.
don't even flinch anymore.
Yeah, I just kind of, my dick moved, and I wanted you
Oh,
to
do you
just
really
grab
just
it.
like nipple play now?
Yeah, just keep fucking with my
I
nipples, and I'll
don't
probably
understand where that came from.
come in a heartbeat. Wait, what the fuck is going on tonight? Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. 'Cause we've received orders to sail for old England, but we hope in a short time to see you again. You see, it's from Jaws. I thought he said we've received orders to sail back to Boston in the movie, but I could be. You ain't getting my money, says, did you send her off for more food? No, I just want some booze because I'm feeling very sleepy and I would like to stay awake. We've got 5 people in the VIP drawing tonight, so if you'd like to be a part of it, $10 a pop. And you can jump in there. Thank you, guys. Feeham says maybe they found a retard. Diglett says, did you know there's a food crisis? I mean, make me feel bad. There was a guy in Britain. You know, a lot of people in the United States think that, like, you know, you hear people say a lot like, oh, we're losing our freedoms and our freedoms are going away and they're being eroded. And look, I'm not saying that's not true. But you look around, and I hate playing the what about game. It doesn't move the needle. I get that. But holy shit, the rest of the world, like especially the Western world, is losing it a hell of a lot faster than we are. It's like, let me think of something that I have no experience in. It's like, say your hair's going back, like your hairline's moving back, right? I wouldn't know anything about that. And then you look at someone else whose hairline has moved into like the horseshoe thing, and you're like, oh, man, I'm in way better shape than that guy. Yeah, but your hairline didn't get better. Like, yours still looks like shit. You just found a guy who's shittier than you. And that's kind of how I feel when we compare ourselves to, like, the UK and other places in Europe. They're like, oh, yeah, you think we're losing our freedoms? Well, look at them over there. It's like, well, yeah, but I don't want to be them. Like, the fact that we're even being compared is a bad thing. It doesn't make anything we're doing better to point out how shitty they are. So I know this doesn't happen here, but in Britain, an officer confronted a man to let him know that as he was leaving church, that he's not allowed to sing church songs outside of the church, but he is allowed to sing church songs inside the church, which seems like it's a very strange, like, way to split that. And also, could you imagine, like in the UK with the Muslim population, the fucking balls it would take some kind of officer to go, hey, could you cut that public prayer shit and go do it in there and like point to the mosque? Not in a million years. By the way, Crunchy Cynicism with $30 says, because someone thinks I'm funny. All right, well, I mean, don't be fucking defensive about it. Sorry. Crunchy Cynicism is going in 3 times for tonight's VIP drawing. Again, there's all the ways in the chat that you can join up with that tonight. So let's give this a shot. Some unpaid volunteer officer. I don't know where these people come from. I don't pretend to know anything about the UK and how they're doing shit. But some like wannabe Bobby, that works, right? I'm going with wanna Bobby. Fuck you. I'm confident in what I just said. So we have like rent-a-cops. They have wanna Bobbies. That's fine. They're apparently, I don't know if they're on a power trip or if you're really supposed to do that with people in the UK. Like, you're not supposed to sing gospel hymns. So that begs the question. You can't sing hymns. You can't be like, I don't know. I forget my hymns. I forget my Catholic upbringing. Mostly because when I erased all the butt sex, I had to wipe out all the other stuff too. What was a hymn that we did in church? Go Tell It on the Mountain. There's one. You could sing that in the church, but you can't sing it outside the church. Here's a fun one for the white British officers. What if someone is singing a Negro spiritual? Technically, it is a gospel hymn. You should not be allowed to say it, but it's a slave song, and you can't stop black people from singing slave songs. I suppose you could stop the white people from singing it, because not only are they then singing a gospel hymn outside of church, but they're also culturally appropriating. So, welcome to the year 2037.
Religion you're allowed to do anywhere.
No, miss, you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church grounds, by the way.
You're not allowed to sing church songs outside
of church.
Thank you.
You're not allowed to,
that's fine. That's
you're
fine.
not allowed. She just said you're not allowed to sing church songs outside of church.
Outside of church grounds, unless you have
That's
you've
a load
been
of rubbish.
authorized by the church to
allowed.
do this kind of song.
What the fuck does that mean? Wait a minute. You have to have permission from your church to sing church songs outside the church. I'm not going to accuse this unpaid volunteer nosy bitch of making shit up as she goes. But this kind of sounds like what people do when they make shit up as they go. Excuse me, you cannot sing... Oh, thank you so much. Oh, you were going to slide it. I'm a raggedy piece of shit. I'm thinking about cranking this ragged old truck up and hauling. Oh, nice nipples.
I have
Let's get those really, let's get them going.
I have a pinched nerve in my neck. I can't turn my head one way.
Come on.
So I can't even look at him.
Let's get the eel out of the hole.
Yeah, they can't even see what you're doing right now. Oh, that one's waking up.
So at any rate, this person says you can't sing church hymns outside of the church unless you have permission from the church. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. All you have to do in that instance is go, oh yeah, I've got permission from the church. And then just start singing your fucking church song.
I mean, I think so, right?
It's so gay.
He's not saying anything anymore.
Are you saying that you don't care about the Human Rights Act? You're lost?
See, because that's what a professional law enforcement officer does when you get them stumped. They just stick their tongue out at you.
More reasons why women shouldn't be in law enforcement, right, Aaron?
Or, really, let's go all the way. Maybe out in public.
Just no women in public at all.
Yeah, I mean, what are we doing?
No pussyfooting around here.
Yeah, exactly. Their police force is so weak. Oh, dude, buddy, that's not even their police force. That's some volunteer, unpaid, nosy twat is all that is. President Camacho with $10 says, I do say old chap. I'm sorry. I do say old chap. She was hired as a constable based on chin shape alone. Get it.
Thank you.
Thank you, President Camacho. That's going to put us at 3-6. Oh, put crunchy cynicism in for 3.
Oh, for 3. Wow.
Yes,
Thank you, dear.
For 3. Crunchy cynicism. So we're at about 10 of you for the VIP drawing tonight. If you'd like to be a part of it, anything over $10 being thrown at this show is going to get you in that drawing. Yeah, Buddy Travis says, I don't have enough beer to watch this cunt. Don't worry. April will be gone in a second. See, it's a joke.
Would you like me to tap out?
Because of no, I need, as everybody who watched the morning show knows, I need help.
What? I always think that, I've heard from most people that they actually prefer solo Aaron and that I'm chopped liver.
Wow, I've not heard that as much. I will say this, since I'm so glad that Hobo and all those guys decided to do Jaws lines. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Really?
So this is the only reason I wanted a shot, Hobo. Let's see if Hobo knows what the cheer is going to be for the shot. I mean, if we're doing Jaws lines, we're fucking doing Jaws lines. So I'm not drinking
worried
this.
for you.
I'm not drinking this till I see it in the chat.
For the record, this shot glass, it is straight from Texas. The lovely Miss Lila Hart bought me this little shotgun shot glass from Texas before she came here, and I picked her up.
Hobo, say the fucking cheer so I can drink this thing. This is starting to be a
his arm is quaking.
plyometrics exercise.
I think it's plyometrics.
Plyometrics. No, not lifeless eyes, black eyes like a doll's eyes. Not let's get that fucking fish. Not the boat is too small. We need one that's big-ar.
Oh.
Not we're going to need a bigger liver. There you go, Guinness. Here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
I was going to say, what if he just never does it now? And then you have to sit there. Damn. Who are you these days?
What do you mean?
I haven't seen you take like a straight shot of whiskey in fuck ever.
Yeah, but come.
I don't know if ever, actually. Just a straight shot of whiskey? Holy shit, man.
I don't really taste that one.
Okay. Well, I'm proud. Like, holy shit. I'm not a shot
It's
girl.
good,
I
yeah.
can do it. I just would rather not because I want to slow burn my evening.
What you'd really like your wife to do is be proud of you because you drank a copious amount of alcohol at once.
You did something I can't do? I can do it.
I also fuck
not.
using a penis. Does that, is that something that you think is a warlock?
I can do it. Just prefer not to.
You don't have a penis.
I can get one.
I mean, you can. I mean, you can procure a facsimile of a penis, but not a real one. And I say, there's nothing quite like the real thing.
I say, real penis,
I say,
please.
By the way, 2.5 weeks until Usyk Fury.
Isn't that fast?
So here's what we've got. We've got Gophers Northwestern. We're going to that game on Saturday.
Yeah.
And then you've got the next week, Super Bowl. And then the next week, Usyk Fury.
God, that's crazy.
That is a great. And then I think the next one is the next UFC pay-per-view. UFC, would that be UFC 299 or 298?
I think 298. I think it's
you're
298.
Right. When's UFC 298? No, February 17th. Ooh, they're going up against Fury Usyk. That is a stupid fucking idea.
Volkanovski?
Volkanovski versus Topuria.
Whitaker, I guess. I don't know.
Whitaker versus Costa could be fun.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Jeff Neal is fun to watch whenever he fights. That could be okay. Oh, Henry Cejudo's fighting on that card, too.
Cejudo's fun? Okay, I haven't seen him for a while, I think.
He came back and fought the champ, Aljamain Sterling, and lost a split decision. And I think, he came back after a couple years off. So, yeah, they're going, wow.
Well, these cards are good, though. Obviously, we're going to be watching boxing that night.
Yeah, for sure.
You know?
Well, the thing about those cards is you can watch Topuria. Thank you, McMarshall.
Potpourri, actually.
His name's Potpourri. The thing about that card is I like the undercard more than I like the main event.
I just licked the mic, and I don't know why. I think I meant to lick my lip, and it ended up licking the mic. I just didn't want anyone to see that and think I'd just do that.
Do you know what we need?
My mistake.
Do you know what we need?
I don't know.
Sleep. You're licking the microphone. I'm talking like a pirate as though it's
I've
entertaining.
gotten sleep. I don't know why you wouldn't have gotten sleep.
P.A. Cheddar says they are talking about Lesnar possibly fighting UFC 300. Do you know why they're talking about Lesnar fighting UFC 300? There's a reason for that.
Because he's out of the WWE.
Because they're not going to be letting him back in the WWE for some time.
Somebody, I think it was Mick Marshall in the chat, said UFC 299 is stacked.
Yes,
I would kind of like to see which one 299 is.
Dude, that's
298.
Sugar Sean O'Malley versus Marlon Chito Vera, the rematch. The only guy who's beaten O'Malley, Chito Vera.
Anyone else on there?
Yeah. Poirier versus Saint Denis.
Oh, Saint Denis. Wait, he's fighting already? But didn't he just fight?
Are you thinking of somebody else?
Oh, I'm thinking of that last name reminded me of the last dude who just beat what's his face?
Oh, Duplessis.
Yeah, why did that remind me of that? I have no idea.
Kevin Holland is fighting Michael Page. I love Kevin Holland, but he's been hit or miss lately.
Gilbert Burns.
Gilbert Burns is fighting. Petr Yan is fighting. Okay, that is
you like Yan, right?
I do. I like him.
Song Yudong, though, I like him.
I love Song Yudong.
I love Song Yudong.
Song Yudong versus Petr Yan is a good fight.
I think I'm rooting for Song.
Are you a Song Yudong guy?
Yeah.
What is the bantamweight rankings? UFC. Petr Yan's got to be right up there in the bantam. Well, I got to go down quite a bit here. Light, heavy, bantamweight. There we go. Sterling is the number 1. O'Malley is the champion. Cejudo is third.
O'Malley.
Petr Yan is. I do too. Petr Yan is 5th, and Song Yudong is 7th. I like Song Yudong. He went life and death with somebody really good lately.
He's got a strong name.
He beat Gutierrez in his last fight. Who did Song Yudong fight where he lost? But Corey Sandhagen, and that was a good fight. He got stopped because his eye was all cut up.
Yes.
But he looked good, and he's won. Holy shit, has he been on a roll?
He is very good. I like watching him.
Since 2021, he's 3-4-5-1. God, how is he not ranked higher?
I don't know.
5-1 in his last 6 fights. Fuck, get the guy up there. I suppose if he beats Petr Yan, then he'll get up into the top 5.
You almost just pulled a Letterkenny thing. Fuck. I thought you were going to keep going with it, actually.
Who's my favorite champion right now? You got O'Malley, Volkanovski. I like both of them.
Mm-hmm.
Islam, I'm not really a fan. Leon Edwards, not really a fan. Duplessis, hate him. Pereira, blah. I respect that he won the middleweight title, lost it, and then moved up and won the light heavyweight title. That's really cool. John Jones, I like. I know that's probably going to get me a lot of shit, but I do like John Jones.
Zhang Weili is kind of good. I like her.
What the fuck happened to... Did she retire?
Who? Which one?
Nunez.
Yes, I'm pretty sure she did. Yeah, because somebody took over her other belt. Somebody took over at least her one belt. She had 2.
Zhang Weili.
Yes.
But her second belt was in a weight class that they just created for her in Cyborg. Nobody else was in that weight class. So she had 2 belts technically.
Somebody took over one of them.
Okay. So she did retire, and I just kind of missed that. Well, fudge.
Well, I think her wife is kind of done doing stuff too.
Because she's a lesbian. Aaron, would you ever China? I don't know what.
Would you ever fuck China, I'm guessing?
She's dead. So no.
How about Cyborg?
Would I ever fuck Cyborg?
Have we ever showed the audience what Chris Cyborg looks like? She's a hottie. Actually.
I would only fuck Chris Cyborg if she was like physically threatening to break my neck if I didn't fuck her.
That's fair enough.
Then I would.
But it'd be scared though,
God,
right?
she's probably got such a weird vagina.
Why do you assume that?
Oh, because she's all muscular and shit. So I bet you her vagina's like weird. Like it's this soft thing in this just valley of hard.
Sheesh.
Like everything's all muscular and like granite, and then all of a sudden there's a pussy, and you're
think-
like, that's weird. It's kind of like when you have like really hard, dry sand, and there's like a wet spot that sinks a little, and you're like, that doesn't seem like it belongs there. Or like when you're walking on snow that's frozen over, but then one part just kind of sinks in, you're like, what the fuck happened there?
I think it's more funny to consider that maybe she has cauliflower puss.
You punch it and just blood spurts everywhere.
Oh, God, stop.
What the fuck is going on?
Not okay.
Hobo Chili says, Aaron, don't worry. She would think you were very feminine. I am a gentle lover.
She actually dominates you.
I'm a big guy. I like being dominated. It's nice. Nobody, can do it. So it's nice to be dominated.
Well, if nobody can do it, how do you know it's nice?
Well, because you let them.
That sounds very submissive
Like you,
of
I allow you to.
Yeah.
And then when I've had enough of that, I seize back control in relatively quick fashion.
No, you could have just stopped at I seize.
I seize. I just start going, and then I go to bed. Ladies and gentlemen, I have given you the Imholt sex life.
Oh,
April's
God.
like, I have a fit body on top of me for about a minute and a half, and then I go, and then I fall asleep.
Good one.
If it were really like that, I would feel so bad for you.
I don't think I'd stick around for that. No offense.
I would not stick around if I were you.
The first time I had sex with you, I think if that was what happened, I don't know that I'd come back for more. No, I'm sorry, but no.
Egg Picker says, so you have a stroke, then fall asleep? Rest in peace. Thank you. I just, all right, guys, we are doing a VIP drawing in about 50 minutes.
That's funny.
If you want to be part of it, we got about 10 people qualified for it right now. $10 in any direction on any platform gets you into that drawing for a VIP spot. We send you all the merch and everything else. We're doing that every Monday for a while so we can get our merch order up and put the order in and send it out to you.
Aristocock just says, I already do feel bad for her. Jake, oh my God. Have you read that name yet? You read it.
Jay.
I know. It almost got me too.
Jay is the man's first name. Gaboo is his last name.
Stop it. He says the classic Aaron sleepjacking off face. That's terrifying.
What is my sleepjacking face? Is it really aggressive and mean? Really?
It was
That's
honestly, it was something that was so weird that I wished I'd never seen it because it's like unforgettable.
Did I just go to bed or did you have to wake me up? Like, what happened with the sleepjacking incident?
You sat there for about 30 seconds doing it, even though I protested and said, hey, you're being weird. And could you at least let me fall asleep first? And I think you laid down eventually and just stopped.
That's fucked up.
It was really bad. I've never seen something like it before.
Yeah, I have no recollection of this.
It was pretty scary.
Fucking hell. Somebody is saying that TKO owns UFC and WWE. I think they will own XFL soon, says Bigot on socialist media. No, the XFL just merged with the USFL. And I can't remember what they're going to call themselves, but they're going to be the new Spring League. And I think they're starting as soon as the Super Bowl's over.
Okay.
Let's see if Buddy Travis got out of that aquarium he's been living in.
Oh, please.
Call from.
I want to end the sleep thing.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
Hello, how are you doing?
Hello.
Hello, what can we do for you?
Sleep jacking.
Yeah, go ahead.
You bastard.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. I need you to make your phone call.
You asshole. Hey, that's good guy. You said nothing real fast.
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
when I did it, I was just jerking off, and she thought she was going to like come over, like, hey, I can just take care of them. And apparently, I slapped her hand away, and I put a pillow on top of me, and I just continued to keep doing what I was doing. Then I got woken up into this whole experience of like, what did I do wrong? I don't even know what happened.
Yeah, flight.
Yelling at me.
Yeah, flight 729-409er to San Diego. You are clear for departure.
You son of a bitch, I hate you.
All right, so you were sleepjacking, and she tried to whack your dick off, and you slapped it away. You slapped her hand away and said, "I'll jack myself off. Thank you very much."
Well, no, that's how they said I was totally asleep during it. So, like, you can't, like, crush on him for the sleepjacking thing. Like, it happens. Like, sometimes you have a dream and it's just happening.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes you wake up and you just got to whack your balls.
I don't understand.
He liked that. He thought that was funny.
What do you mean?
Yeah. All right, man. Yeah, thank you for the call, and enjoy all your sleepjacks.
Nice airport call.
All right, thank you, buddy. That's Buddy Travis.
How do you understand what he's saying?
I speak fucking
How
idiot.
do you decipher that?
Oh.
You just say you speak Indian?
Idiot, I said, not
It's
Indian.
like that's insulting to Indians. Please.
Idiot.
Okay.
Idiot. I thought this was a very interesting story. George Carlin, of course, if you're in radio or comedy or television or really any kind of regulated entertainment, you should know about George Carlin's, I think it was Carlin v. Pacifica case that he was involved in. It was the George Carlin Supreme Court case where there was a bit that he played on radio. I believe it wasn't his 7 dirty words you can say on television. It was a bit that he played on the radio. Or somebody played one of his bits on radio. It might have been the 7 dirty words, but I think the 7 dirty words came because of the Pacifica case. And a pastor was listening to it with his kid at the time, and he filed a complaint with the radio station because it was indecent or whatever, and it went all the way to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ruled that the government could regulate speech on the radio if they found it to be indecent or obscene.
Okay.
Indecency or obscenity laws is what we ended up having. And Carlin lost that case, and he was just completely shocked that he lost the case. He even said in one of his specials, he goes, the Supreme Court of the United States has decided that radio and television are the only 2 mediums not protected by the free speech provision of the First Amendment of the Constitution. And if you think about that, that is pretty fucking wild.
It is. It actually
because
is pretty
the
crazy.
First Amendment not only protects your right to free speech, but it also protects the right to a free press.
Yes.
And radio and television are the combination of those 2 things, people's ability to speak and the press is radio and television. So if anything, they should be even more protected by free speech than just a guy on a sidewalk somewhere, because it's both media and speech. But the Supreme Court decided that no, and it shouldn't be constitutional for them to decide this. They decided that the government can regulate speech on radio and television, the public airwaves. And it's still, to me, whenever I think about it for too long, I go, that's fucking insane. Like, that's incorrect. There's no legal standing for that. And Carlin lost that case, and George Carlin became a historic figure at that point because he's the only comedian involved in a Supreme Court case regarding speech. Well, now George Carlin is going to make history again by being involved in a court case that's going to determine kind of like personhood after you die. Like, how much of you do you control?
I actually think this is very interesting.
This is a very interesting case. So George Carlin's estate, I'm guessing his daughter, Kelly, she's kind of or did she pass away too? I think his daughter, Kelly, was running his stuff for the longest time. But George Carlin's estate recently filed a lawsuit against the podcast Dudesy over an artificial intelligence-generated stand-up comedy special featuring the likeness of the late comedian. Since the lawsuit was filed, the special, George Carlin, I'm Glad I'm Dead, has been removed from YouTube. The complaint claimed that Dudesy's introductory voiceover states the special was generated by AI that ingested 5 decades of Carlin's original stand-up comedy routines. Defendants therefore admitted that they input thousands of hours of George Carlin's original copyrighted routines into an AI machine that defendants operate to fabricate a semblance of Carlin's voice and generate a Carlin stand-up comedy routine. Now, to me, I believe, and I may be on the wrong side of like young people or whatever on this one.
People.
But I also love George Carlin. He's a huge influence of mine, as most people my age.
He's brilliant.
I do think that if you took Carlin's work and you pumped it into an algorithm and it spit this back out at you, that should still be owned by George Carlin.
I agree. I don't like recreating somebody like that and not having that go to either him or his estate or his family. I don't know.
It's like you baked.
It bothers me.
It's like you baked a cake using nothing but, let's say, Betty Crocker ingredients.
Yes.
And then when the cake came out, you called it April's cake.
Oh.
And which I would eat anytime.
Everybody loves April's cakes.
Yes. But that would not be accurate. They wouldn't be your cakes. They would be Betty Crocker's cakes because it was made with her.
What if my likeness is on it?
Just chew right into that sumbitch. That's what I say.
I say.
Is the AI George Carlin funny? I don't know. I can't listen. I'm sure I could find it if I wanted to, but I don't want to watch AI George Carlin.
No, I don't like any. This is going to sound very small town of me, but I mean it, and it bothers me to my core for most things. I don't like it when things pretend to be an original thing. It feels like I need it to be authentic. So like AI is not authentic, and it really bothers me that it's not. Yeah. It feels fake. Well, it is fake.
Well, because you know the whole time. There's no suspension of disbelief. You know you're not listening to George Carlin.
This is, what is the word? It's manufactured.
Yeah.
Bothers me.
Kip Smith letting us know, and I actually do trust Kip Smith on matters of funny. He said it's not funny. Well, it's because you
Probably
know
not.
it's because you know it's not Carlin.
Yeah.
Paul R. Nelson says, I like your AI voices on this other show I watch. Yeah, he really likes those. He's very proud of those, and I think that's cute. I think that's kind of adorable. It kind of goes to my point of his obsession and his need for me. It's kind of cute.
What's the most untoward thing I've said over there?
Oh, I'm sure it's something about like dicks and pussies and cum and all that shit. And you know what's fun about the AI voice thing that I kind of celebrate and I kind of like?
What's that?
Is like once you do like the most disgusting shit ever, it's like, okay, now it's done. Now you're just kind of beating a dead horse.
Well, it's not believable either.
Well, you
No
do
offense.
say like the most whorish shit though. Just not on a
Do I really?
Just not on a microphone.
Oh, no, in real life?
Yeah.
I can
My
be
dirty little slut
a
bag.
little slutty.
My little
Sorry.
whore over here. You think I'd be with her if she wasn't a fucking skank muffin? Are you kidding me?
I don't know how to feel about this.
Look at me.
Look at me.
Consider my history.
Can we
I
watch
need
that
a
movie tonight?
hoe.
I want to watch that movie tonight.
Which one?
I want to fall asleep to The Dark Knight because I want to see the Joker.
I love The Dark Knight.
He is my favorite
We
villain.
got to get you watching Batman Begins and
No.
The Dark Knight Rises.
I've got my heart set on that one thing, and I like that one, and it's hard for me to stray from it.
You do know that while you can watch The Dark Knight without watching Batman Begins, I did it the first time. The Dark Knight is a much better movie once you watch Batman Begins.
And hold the phone. I actually thought you had me watch Batman Begins. Didn't you have me watch that?
No. You started it, but you got like 5 minutes in.
Oh.
And you fell asleep. Batman Begins. You know what? Actually, what's funny, you can watch Dark Knight without watching Batman Begins. You can't watch Dark Knight Rises without watching Batman Begins. You'll be fucking lost. You could actually watch Batman Begins a little bit without watching The Dark Knight. But if you watch you can watch Dark Knight Rises without watching Dark Knight.
Okay.
But you can't watch Dark Knight Rises without watching Batman Begins. It's impossible.
Interesting.
You'll not know what the fuck is going on. And you know who's in Batman Begins?
I
You know who the villain is?
No.
Fucking Liam Neeson.
Oh, he's fun.
Yeah.
Right?
It's great.
I like him.
And Tom Wilkinson plays the main gangster guy.
I'd probably know him if I saw his face.
You would.
But I can't put a face to Tom Wilkinson.
Tom Wilkinson do you remember General Lord Cornwallis in The Patriot, the Mel Gibson movie?
I have never seen The Patriot.
Oh, cunt cock motherfucker. We have to watch The Patriot. It's like the best Mel Gibson movie ever made.
I think his best work is those phone calls, but
That's true. That's fair enough.
have seen like tidbits when you were watching The Patriot. Like I remember some old house with a porch
Hold on a second.
and a kid or something.
Hold on 1 second. Let me do one thing real quick.
I wouldn't.
Oh. Would I be interrupting?
It was a joke.
Maybe I am.
No. Probably just getting ready for his show. Definitely doesn't have his phone on him.
The Google Fi.
Son of a bitch. I wanted to ask somebody I respect about movies if The Patriot is Mel Gibson's best movie, because I'm going to go with yes.
No, I bet they both. What I've seen is they usually both leave their phones on the kitchen table at night, so they probably just don't have them.
Son of a bitch. Who else? I don't respect Gino's opinion on movies.
Really?
No. Should we call Chad Zumach? I have his number.
In a weird way, I would be entertained by this. Have you talked to him actually?
No, he hasn't responded to any of our messages.
Why?
Because he's fucking. He doesn't.
Is there something to be feared?
He doesn't trust me, and it hurts my feelings.
Is there something to be feared? I don't get it.
No. Chad's a good man. He's just misunderstood. Citizen M says the Patriot sucks. Yeah, but you make out of context steel toe clip things. I can't trust you. I like Citizen M. People want me to hate Citizen M. I can't do it. Thank you, Hobo Chili, for making another black cock going in my mouth meme. I appreciate it. It's very nice. April hasn't seen The Patriot, but has seen The Money Pit like 40 times. Have you seen The Money Pit?
No. No, I'm sorry.
How fast did I drink this?
How fast did you drink? All of that. What do we have left? We have about a half hour left. I think we have one more in us.
We do have a half hour left, and we are trying to load up the merch orders. So if you guys want to be in a VIP drawing tonight and get a shitload of Steel Toe merch, shirts and hoodies and fucking entries to $100 drawings and free tickets to our comedy shows, we do 3 or 4 a year. We'll probably do more now that we got Rakeda and Johnny. Try to do as many as I can. VIP drawing, if you give us $10 or more on any platform, Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, whatever, Super Chats, doesn't matter. We're going to throw you in the drawing for the VIP in about 40 minutes here. So go ahead and throw a couple bucks in and we'll pick one of you. We got about 10 entries right now, so your odds are pretty good.
Speaking of Johnny, I'm hoping he's okay, first off. And then second, does he want 2 other days this week?
You know Gino would love to do Friday if I asked him.
I love it when Gino does Friday. I find that very entertaining.
So if you wanted to do Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Johnny wanted to take the week off, but I'll tell you this, I don't think Johnny wants to take the week off.
Yeah, why don't I just do Wednesday, Thursday, and then Gino does Friday?
Well, I was thinking, why don't you do Tuesday, Wednesday, Johnny can do Thursday, and Gino can do Friday? Like, why don't you do tomorrow and Wednesday? Johnny can rest a couple extra days.
Oh, sure. Okay. If he needs to rest, yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
No worries.
And then I'll pay Gino for last Friday.
I don't think you and I have gotten to catch up 100% on what happened, so.
No, we haven't. Like I said, I've been running around all fucking day today.
Yeah, I understand that.
Laughing Lion says Johnny had a show tonight. All right, we'll check it out.
That's good.
We'll check it out. It's going to be warmer later in the week,
Oh,
too.
my God. Wednesday's going to be gorgeous.
Kyle says, where's the Steel Toe merch physical location, or is it just Quick Trip's parking lot?
It's his anus.
It's actually my anus. We just want to do the VIPs and stuff like that. It's so much more manageable that way. Red Fox Mad says, I like April on Rumble Friday, not Gino. Okay.
I mean,
Eaton
I like
Clam
Rumble
says,
Friday.
got my Rumble account all set up for your next Gino show.
Nice. Gino sells tickets, apparently.
There you go. Do people like their Gino? But I told people that when we started hanging out with him. I'm like, so many people are like, fucking Gino, because they're like Red Bar queers. And I'm like, you're going to love Gino Bisconti. Like, the guy's awesome.
He's pretty great. I do love him.
People, they get it now. You ain't getting my money, says Gino is boring. I don't let anybody be boring on my show.
Gino is one of the least boring people I know. That's very weird to say that.
Absolutely. All right, so the VIP drawing is going on right now. $10 gets you in. Go ahead, throw in, go nuts. Or if you want to buy entries for somebody else, it's a nice little gift. I wanted to do this one this morning, but I was just like, I'm sitting there. There's like 7 minutes left in the show. And I'm like, you know what, guys? Thank you. I appreciate it. They paid for 4 hours because I was like, man, I might cut her short. And people were really generous. We knocked everything out. We went over for tomorrow.
No, you guys are great.
And I wanted to do this story, but I'm like, I want more than 7 minutes for this one. So
most of us do.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. What? I didn't mean it.
You want more than 7, but
that's just greedy and selfish, right?
Especially these days, do you need more than 2 or 3? Everything else is just gravy.
I don't know what you're talking about. 2 or 3.
Minutes.
Yeah. I'm still looking at you like, what?
Trying to say it doesn't take that long.
It doesn't take that long. Oh, did you see what I just did? But it'd be nice if it did.
I understand.
I want to savor it.
I get you. Aaron, I'm sorry. I've been a lousy agent, but in my defense, it's hard finding work for you. You act like a diva. You sweat profusely. You eat everything in craft services. You insist on doing all the gay sex scenes in person. Your hair is bashful. Your head is cartoonish, but 2024 is a new year. Let's see what we can do. What do you say besides oink? My agent.
There's something cute about that.
My agent is a complete fucking asshole.
Do you see oink? Can you oink for us?
I am a piggy. Here's my snout. Oink, oink, oink. Oink, oink, oink. Laughing Lion says minutes are like inches. 5.5 is all you should expect.
That actually went way too far for me.
Citizen M likes to bring up that Gino and I fought a lot when we first encountered each other. Citizen M says, in the words of Aaron Imholt, Gino talks a mile a minute, never goes anywhere. Citizen M, can let me say this though. Aren't you a guy who thinks that the thing you said last is kind of the thing you mean the most? So if I say Gino's one of the funniest fucking people to do a broadcast with, don't you think you're being an unfair journalist if you don't include that in your summation?
I agree. I think people need to be allowed to change their opinions.
See, I worry about you, Citizen M, because you want to portray yourself as an arbiter of truth and justice, but then you go out of context and you leave so many things out that I feel like you're being dishonest, and I think you can see that.
I mean, there's so many people out there that hate me just for existing, really. And I would like them to be able to change their opinion someday.
And I want to say to Citizen M, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
That one hurts worse.
It really does. Where did I go wrong? I lost a friend. All right, I want to do this one because I don't know. Holy shit. Oh, my God. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on a second. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage with tight thighs and a snug pussy.
Fuck yeah.
Cinnamon, or as we call him, Gino Bisconti to the main stage. Hello, sir.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, hey, boo. Now, unlike you, Aaron, Citizen M is a piece of shit. I will for it on your show because it's exactly what you said. It's what you say last. And Ian Hawke, I've always been nice to, and he's another one that goes, that no matter what I tell you when I've known people in real life, we live in reality, that, you know, when I said Kate was on our show and she was nice, and Ian Hawke is such a brain-dead retard with 2 T's, he's like, I said, why did you listen to Citizen M? You don't know him? He's like, I know what he looks like because he got doxxed. That is how retarded this world is. I don't get doxxed. This is who I am. This is what I look like. I sit at desks with people. I know them. Me and Keanu say all the time how you welcomed us into your home. Citizen M is a non-factor idiot loser who needs fucking videos to be like, well, I changed my stance on Kate Meany. No one cares. Citizen M is a piece of shit. I want to say this again. Citizen M is a piece of shit, and he underscores how people think having a blue M avatar makes you a human being. And let me say this. I love that he'll never do anything with his life. I love it. I can't wait for you to welcome us into your home again and us get drunk and us live in real life. But Citizen M is an idiot, and I can't even be nice to Ian Hawke anymore. How are yous two?
Oh, God, I just love hearing this voice, really.
I'm remarkably good. We were just talking a moment ago, and I was thinking about approaching you. Now, first of all, you will be compensated for last week before this happens, but if you wanted to do Rumble Friday again this week, I would not be against it.
We love it.
I'd love to do Rumble Friday again this week.
Is there a but, or is this a contract signed?
Wait, let me think of a but. So it sounds like it's really inconvenient. I have other stuff to do. But I'll have to juggle some things.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, like your other lovers, which are us.
Yes.
Hold on. Set alarm. Done. I'm good. Juggled.
Aww.
Let's go.
Now, Gino, for the people watching who know of our side activities, you, me, April, and Keanu, I have to ask, because it's been a source of domestic strife in our household, because we've been arguing about it. Who has a more taut anus, myself, April, or Keanu?
Ooh, that's a good question.
You're the only one who has experience with all three.
He likes administering the anal.
You have the best anus, Aaron, but you're confusing me with me saying to both April and Keanu, this can't be taught. this perfect anus, this can't be taught. You just have to be born with it. That's what I said.
I fucking hate that you took the word taught and made it like teaching. You know what? I have to say, it took me out of it.
Oh, man.
You know what? I say it took me out of it, which is a quote I'm stealing from Keanu whenever I take my shirt off.
Oh, me too. I only think of her.
Yes. Whenever I take my shirt off, I think of the one time that Keanu and I had in the lifestyle that Gino, April, and Keanu and I have become accustomed to. What I call a failure to launch is when Keanu said, "You know what? Gino loves you, Aaron, and I'm going to take one for the team." And then I took off my shirt, and she went, "I can't do this."
Oh, okay. She's warming up to you though.
And you know what she said? She goes, "You don't have enough of a guinea sweater like Gino does, and now I'm getting homesick."
How much? How long were you shaved? Oh, never mind.
You just shed everywhere, dude. But I like it. It's little reminders of you all around my house. I still find them.
Marking my territory. All right, well, let's do that on Friday. I'll let you get back to your people, but Citizen M's a 0.
We'll do Rumble Friday. Citizen M is apparently a 0. And, Gino, like that Ian Hawke guy, there's definitely some mental damage there. But you got to expect that from Melton fans, my man.
Oh, without a doubt. But just it's what's the word I'm looking for? I blew my mind with the talk thing. But it's a statement on our society today. It's like, well, I know what Citizen M looks like because he got doxxed. And people listen to these idiots. It's like, why don't you just trust people who have lived in real life and they know what's going on? Right. I really like these avatars.
So when are you and Keanu moving to Minnesota? Because Anthony will just go, Gino, you know what? Do in hot water from wherever you want. And you guys are just coming out to live in the wasteland of 6-month winters known as Minnesota.
Oh, please. We have 12 months of jungle here in New York. Which would you rather?
I'm sorry.
I love that. I feel very good about
I love that one.
I'm talking about the monkeys. Anyway, what were you saying?
You live in Harlem. Let me speak in a language you can understand. Ooh, 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 ah, 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 ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah.
That's a direct quote.
Yes.
All right, I'll bug you guys later. Get back to it. You two are the best. Love you.
All right,
love you.
Later, bitch.
Say hi to my girlfriend.
Of course.
All right, bye.
Our winters would be a lot warmer with them. Just kidding. A lot of friction. Get it?
Because we'd be fucking.
God, we'd rub all his body hairs off eventually.
You ain't getting my money, says Gino does absolutely nothing but lower your numbers. You are now less people from when he called. Well, we're less people because this is usually when we're wrapping up.
Yeah.
And also, Rumble Friday was around 1,100 for most of the show.
Yeah, it was
that's not a bad day. Fucking Stevie J says 72 degrees and sunny in SoCal today.
That sounds great.
Fuck you. Hey, we got to 40 today. We're doing great over here.
43 on Wednesday is coming.
Yeah, I don't mean to brag, but we're in the 40s here in Minnesota.
Laundry Room said that they're just here for me. Oh, wait. They said, wait.
Laundry Room also said, hey, girl.
And then he said that monkey was more for April. My dad doesn't approve, though.
No. April famously once said CeeDee Lamb was attractive during a Thanksgiving football game, and I believe April's dad was sharpening a katana and ready to cut her fucking head off.
It was as if he was an owl sitting there, and his whole head fucking did a turnaround, and he's like, what did you say?
Yeah. It was pretty bad.
The weird part is I started sweating, and I got so nervous. I'm like, I'm ill. I don't know.
This close to an honor killing in my living room. By the way, if you want to be in the VIP drawing, there are only 10 people in it. Diane Poo was the latest
I did add you. Thank
contributor. So if you want to get into that VIP drawing, if you've ever wanted to be a Steel Toe VIP, which is a lifetime pass, go ahead. Every $10 is an entry. So go nuts. Honestly, if you bought 5 of them right now, you'd probably win.
Right. Crunchy stands to win this one.
Yeah, Crunchy Cynicism's got 30% of the entries, so she's doing very, very good.
Buddy's got a couple.
He's got 20% of them.
You know what, Aaron?
What?
We have about 26, but about 25 minutes left. I'm feeling it tonight. I would like one more beer. Would you like one more?
I'm going to have a drink.
Right.
I'm going to have another cocktail Because one of two things is going to happen.
Just say another
Either
cock,
I'll have
man.
I'll have a wonderful night, or I'll take a nice long sleep when I'm done.
See, and what's wrong with either of those things?
They're both good options.
All right, I'll go do that. No more shots, I'm assuming.
No. I don't need to do any more shots. So yes, guys, if you want to be in the VIP drawing, Dr. Silverwolf is in, $10. He says, insert funny quip here. There's all the links in the chat if you want to jump into the Streamlabs, the PayPal, the Venmo, whatever. I want to do this story from St. Louis. So apparently some students were getting all... I don't know how you find this. You've got to just be some weird autistic kid with no friends who doesn't go to football games or dances. But one of those kids decided to look through property deeds in the St. Louis area, and they found a shit ton of like really racist shit in these property deeds. And when I say property deeds, I mean like when you buy a house, like, you know that big folder you get in your mortgage when you go to closing that you never read and you never look at? Inside of that is the property deed with descriptions of what's on the property, where the lines are, everything else. And apparently in St. Louis, there's just a shitload of like really racist language in there, like N-words and stuff like that. And some high school students with very little to do went researching this and found it. And now it's becoming a big story in the St. Louis area. And it, like, changing property deeds, they're finding out, is actually like a process. You have to go get it okayed with people. You can't just go, let's scratch out the N-word on that one. Let's scratch out the discriminatory language there. You have to like get it passed, whether it's like the county commission or whatever. Let's go ahead and take a listen to this story. This is fucking wild to me.
Thousands of homes across the St. Louis area share a common restriction: racial covenants on property deeds requiring homes to only be sold to white or non-Jewish buyers.
Although
I love that they have to be sold to white or non-Jewish buyers. Like, that means that when somebody was writing up the property deeds and they didn't want black people to buy houses, they said white first. And then just before it went to press, they went, wait a tick. I didn't include Jews in there too. Non-Jews also. Like, they said white people and they went, now wait a minute. White people, there's some people might mistake white people for Jew. Let's make sure we don't make that mistake. And they had to put it in there.
Legally, it can't be enforced. Webster Groves is working to create a more inclusive...
Is it just me, or is she like oddly cute in a hammerhead shark kind of a way? Like, because on one hand, I'm looking at her and I'm going, pass. On the other hand, I'm going, I want to see what those eyes can do. He looks like a young, like, budding Frankenstein monster. I don't trust him for a minute. He looks like the Herman Munster prequel story.
Community. Our Justin Andrews talking to the high school student looking to make change, Justin.
Yes, Sam. This is a project Samantha Inland decided to do after a 2-week camp over the summer, all to help her community. When she began researching these restrictive covenants and how common they are across the area, what she found out left her stunned, and you might be too.
You know what's funny about this is, like, she probably brought this to the county commission or whoever handles property deeds. And the county commission probably knew about it, but they were like, nobody's going to, like, read this shit. Like, nobody's going to be autistic enough to, like, dig through these and see that it says, like, Negro blood and shit like that. And then a bunch of kids did, and they're like, God damn it. Would you kids go, like, play a game or something, or go fucking... just go do drugs or drink or do something that rebellious kids do and fuck off with reading property deeds. This wasn't supposed to happen.
It makes me sad that that was something that actually...
Of course, it's a frumpy blonde white woman. I should have known.
...happened in our history.
Aspiring journalist and Webster Groves High School sophomore Samantha Inland couldn't believe...
By the way, Stephen V with 2 entries. I'm going to write him down. There we go. Steve V So now 13 people are qualified in tonight's VIP drawing.
Her eyes when she saw it.
It was very shocking.
This index of property restrictions dates back to the 1800s. The orange on this map shows all the subdivisions across the St. Louis region with racially restrictive covenants.
So look at that. All the yellowish orange is places where they're not going to allow black people to buy houses. And then look at the amount of housing area they have for non-white people. That, like, to me, if people want to make the argument for, like, America's racist past and all of that stuff, slavery is the wrong case to make because slavery ended in 1865. There's a hard out date for slavery where it's like, okay, from there, you got to build up. But to me, the thing I've always thought of when I thought of, like, what do they call it? Structural racism is usually that term is used as like a bullshit term. But the one structural racism argument that I personally believe in strongly is shit like this, where black people literally weren't allowed to buy certain houses in certain neighborhoods, and they tended to be the most valuable houses with the most upward mobility. So most people build their wealth on generational wealth, which is your parents die. They leave you a house. They leave you investments. They leave you retirement and shit like that. And in this case, like in St. Louis, for example, if you're white, you can do that. If you're black, you couldn't. So you can't. Continuing on.
Included in their property deeds. Inland says the hidden cruelty in history stretches all over the metro. Her focus, Webster Groves.
Black people get to buy where the red is. Oh, no. Like, I don't know. Like, even if you're like the most hardcore, like right-wing guy at the on the planet, you can't look at that map and go, just get over it. Like, it's super fucked up.
It's not something that we talk about, and it's not something that people know about.
One example of the language reads, quote, that the said land or building thereon shall never be rented, leased, or sold by any Negro or colored person or person of Negro blood.
See, it's that last part. Like, I know that it sounds bad when you say it should never be leased or sold or rented to a Negro. That sounds bad. But then when you go, or colored person or person of Negro blood, it's like, you could have just said Negro. And I feel like when you add colored person or Negro blood, you're really kind of twisting the blade at that point. Like, you're giving away the game a little bit.
Inland found the restriction offensive and is now educating homeowners in hopes they'll reject the words. Now her school project is part of a city initiative.
We wanted to raise the issue. We wanted to give homeowners the opportunity to look at their deeds.
While the language isn't enforceable under law, Webster Grove city manager says they were tools to segregate.
To exclude.
Okay, here's my question. I know that, like, they found that in the deeds, but that's not in the deeds now. I thought I had a drink on the way. Did it get intercepted? Or is... I just needed an update on the drink situation. But at any rate, what I'm trying to say is, like, they don't still have the rules that, quote unquote, people with Negro blood can't buy those houses. It's like a it's like on paper.
Exclude certain types of people from purchasing, renting, and being in neighborhoods. And typically that was African Americans.
Inland and Webster Grove's leaders are now helping people amend the language in their deeds.
There was a lot of like horrified reactions that like...
Yes, I know they're horrified reactions because it is a jarring thing to see. I understand that. But what I'm trying to get to the bottom of is this was something that was done a long time ago, which is still bad and like still affects people now because their relatives that could have built generational wealth weren't allowed to because they weren't allowed to buy valuable property. I get that. What I'm saying is if they were to try to use those property deeds now, that would be challenged in court and you would be slapped with a discrimination lawsuit. So like they're not, what I'm saying is they're not still doing that now. That's the important part.
From people who had no idea that it was a part of our history.
And a few weeks ago, that got their first one amended.
People care. Like, it's something that, like, my community cares about.
Well, yes, people care, you stupid piece of white bread. Like, they don't see something like, oh, Negro blood can't buy houses, and they go, come on, leave it there. It's been there forever. Like, if you show anybody, even people with the darkest sense of humor, that, like, Negro blood's not allowed to buy this house, we go like, okay, yeah, all kidding aside, of course that's terrible. You should change it. Like, nobody's going to say, what are you doing hitting backspace on that? That's our history. Like, God, I fucking hate chubby white high school girls. They're just such buzzkills. They just go, it's so bad. It's like, we know. Can we just delete it and move on? No, I have to run around the track with a Black Lives Matter shirt on so everybody notices me first. Oh. Right? That ruined it.
I ran out of beer,
Not
so
for
I had
you.
another drink.
Hey, shit.
All right, how long do we have before this drawing, though? 15 minutes?
13 seconds.
13 seconds. Are you cutting this short then?
If you will. No, I'm kidding. I was making fun of fat white people.
And wants to change.
All right, so Samantha would like every municipality across the region to take a stance by naming it, calling it out.
You know what they want them to do?
I don't know. You have to catch me up quick.
Take a stand right now. We need love somehow. Love is dark from the ground.
I only like dark love,
Let your
actually.
love. Oh, God, how does that? You know what? I have bad news.
What's that?
I can't remember the words to Corey Feldman's Take a Stand.
I think that's okay.
I believe I'm going to need a refresher.
I think you shouldn't do that until Friday with Gino.
Why?
We don't need to.
There are no copyright protections on really kick-ass Corey Feldman songs.
I thought you'd say, like, people who allege that they were molested, but then won't say who molested them.
That's what bothers me about Corey Feldman, is he's such a cock tease on his molestation. He's like,
Usually a cock tease is fun.
Yeah, he's like, I was molested by someone in Hollywood. And they're like, oh, who, Corey? I'll tell you if you give me $40,000. And then you give him $40,000, and he goes,
I'm sorry, I sneezed.
Yes.
I think that was a sneeze.
And anyway, as I was saying, Corey Feldman then goes, I guess I'm not going to tell you because I was hacked. Fuck him. And then he gets a... dude, every time Corey Feldman goes, I'm going to name names about who fucked me in the butt, they give him a spot on the Today Show to sing his songs. Quit pointing.
Cordy's being weird.
All right, so here's... No, I don't want this. Not good high enough. This is not quality Feldman. Here we go. Here we go. Here's the Feld dog. There he is. That fucking dance moves. And the heroin addicts that he has playing in his band.
Heroin sheet addicts.
I'm glad your head is there.
I am too. Kind of. I'm glad the studio
quite
fits.
serene.
Cause I choose to ignore the suffering abroad.
Doesn't mean it's not happening. Just means I turned it off. I could stop all the pain
of the lives that are being lost. And I pray to refrain.
Oh, he did that move.
From winning at any cost. We need peace right now. We need
What?
love somehow.
This is the worst song I've ever heard. What is he wearing?
He's wearing a gold lame outfit
I don't care.
that you can tear the hood off of when the song really picks up. Because now you need to see the part where the song really picks up. Ready? The hood's coming off. This is the big Feldman part. Ready? Oh, you cock tease, Corey.
Does he fuck? Does he have like women in his life?
Yeah, he fucked all these heroin addicts.
Really?
He fucked some. He married some vegan chick for like 9 years too.
Now vegan, that makes sense. They're not people. No, I don't see this guy getting laid.
Corey Feldman got pussy.
No.
Yeah.
Probably only because of the Lost Boys
Like
movie.
damaged, disgusting, like cute, traumatized pussy. But which is the best kind? But pussy.
Excuse me. I have a very stable pussy. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. You know what your pussy is? Your pussy is a single-family home in a nice neighborhood.
Thank you.
You know?
You know what? I pride myself on that.
There's-
I'd rather not be in the neighborhood,
there's
though.
always-
If you could just place me firmly in the country where I can't see my neighbors, that'd be cool.
It's a consistent rate of growth.
Growth.
Not the size of your vagina. That's not what I'm saying.
See, now I would reword that.
A value.
You're not being a real good wordsmith here.
No, I'm not.
Are you?
I'm shaken, not stirred. Feld dog is my centering animal.
I don't know why you're still playing this.
I can't
What are you,
stop.
gay?
I can't stop playing it. Don't ask questions you don't want
Somebody
answered.
please tell me what Corey Feldman's worth.
Not very much. I think Feld dog is now worth about
Can we not say Feld dog?
$750K.
Please stop. I can't.
How much? You want to know something sick? If I
know
say
a few things, but what?
This is so fun. If I say how much is Feld dog worth, if I type that in Google, it will tell me how much Corey Feldman's worth.
Okay.
How much is Feld dog worth? That's just good old fashioned
Ew.
American
Are you
fun.
kidding
Oh
me?
no, they don't. Nope, it's not.
Oh,
Nope.
elf dog. What the fuck is an elf dog?
How much is Feldman? That's just a good time.
Gordy's humping his toy, and it's really
Corey Feldman's worth in 2023 stands at $10 million? No.
See, that seems like too much.
This says $1 million. This says $2 million.
That's too much for one guy to handle, I think.
It is too much for one guy to handle.
When is this drawing again? How much time do we
The
have?
drawing is coming up in 9 minutes.
9 minutes. Am I going to make it 9 minutes? Or
Laughing Lions on Corey Feldman's net worth, $38,000 at least.
38,000. I'm worth more than that, aren't I? I think.
Ronnie, now I can't read this name in full. Ronnie, first name.
Yes.
Garun, last name. By the way, no balls on leaning in there.
No.
Ronnie, first name. Garun, last name. Results give us Corey Adams' net worth $5.
Why are you being so mean to Corey?
Why would Corey's net worth
I think
be
he's killing
listed?
it in Texas. Actually, I think we should go down to Texas and visit him sometime.
So
just
you
I've
want
never
to
been there.
So you want to take a road trip to see Mersh, and then you
We're
want
going
to
have that rumor killed at some
and then
point.
and then you want to take a road trip to see Corey Adams.
Here, let me stir the rumors a little. I actually only want to road trip to Mersh if I'm taking a solo road trip. You know? Because I want to tell him somehow that his Poonhound days are indeed not over.
You know
I want
what?
to make him feel young again.
I feel like April is a beautiful boat that has been tied to my dock for a long time, and now I
Aw.
just see the boat drifting away from the dock.
See, but if I was a
And
beautiful
so
boat,
I'm
it'd
going
be
to.
the, like the,
so now I'm going to fuck
on.
all the other fishermen.
That's fine. Go for it. I support you.
Thank you.
And your choices.
I appreciate your openness.
I like to picture that if I were a beautiful boat tied to your dock, I'd look like the Naomi in The Wolf of Wall Street, but it's the April.
How'd that end?
But it's not. God, my name is not sexy.
What?
Do you know what
Are
I've
you
noticed
fucking kidding me?
across
You understand
the
I
world,
wouldn't be with
basically?
you if you had a regular person name.
I don't know any Aprils ever.
The name April
I hate
is
how it sounds.
You know what it
though.
is? I was a big Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle fan, so there was an April O'Neil fantasy that you fulfilled for me.
You know, a lot of people like to call me April O'Neil.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Only when you suck my dick. Get it? April O'Neil. Cause it's a dick.
I don't get it. Will you please explain?
Well, you see a lot of times when girls fillet a man, they're on their knees.
Yeah.
And so
lot
therefore
of bruises.
April O'Neil.
Oh, I get it. Like she's kneeling.
No, it's like her last name. She's Irish.
I like Irish
Fuck
people.
is wrong with
what do
you
you think about Irish people?
What do I think about Irish people? As long as they understand their place as subhuman vermin trash of Europe, then I'm totally fine with them. They're very funny and entertaining and silly. To me, Irish people are the blackface of civilization.
Holy shit. I've literally never heard that, but
I've
I'll think
never
about
been
it.
able to succinctly voice my thoughts about the Irish until I came up with that phrase right now. They are the minstrel show of Europe.
The minstrel show.
Yeah.
All right.
I think of an Irishman
with
talking
lots of
to.
potatoes.
I think of an Irishman talking to a German, where a German is like, "How are you? How are you doing? How are things?" And an Irishman just should be walking by with a banjo, going, "While the sun shines bright in my old Kentucky home." And that's how I feel about the Irish. If you're asking my honest opinion,
I'm all for racism.
Laughing Lion.
Occasionally. I don't like it when you do that.
Laughing Lion says, as a potato N, I can confirm. See, they know who
I
they
love the Irish. Aaron doesn't. I don't know. He thinks they're inferior to normal people.
That's not true.
He actually says they're not people sometimes.
I do love the Irish.
No, you don't.
Just not as an equal.
Did you not like the Irish before you met me or after me? I have to know that.
No, before. This is not a new
Okay, that's
thing.
good. I just wanted
No,
to
no,
find
but I
hints
like
that
them.
at all.
No, I like the Irish.
Okay.
I like what they are. I don't like pretending they're equals to me. That's all.
Patrick Bay says, April, is it awkward that Aaron always makes you wear a yellow jumpsuit in the bedroom?
Not nearly as weird as the fact that I wear a turtle shell every time.
Oh, my God.
I make her call me Leonardo.
Thank God you didn't dress as the rat.
I make her call me Splinter.
I can't have that in my bedroom.
Wait a minute, because my wood separates in pieces?
God
that doesn't make
damn
sense.
it.
That's not. That's,
It's splinters, get it?
yeah, that's not as good.
God. Fucking like a... Think about back in the day. Do you think any dude ever lost his dick and had to like get a fake wooden one?
Wood dicks?
Yeah.
No.
Did that ever
No,
exist?
because who's that fooling? Like, that only works until you take off his pants. And then you're like, oh, that's a wood cock. I'm not fucking with that thing.
No, I'm saying like if
Imagine
dude
if they-
lost his dick somehow.
No, you don't just put a... I think
Back
back in
in the
those
day.
days, if a guy lost his dick,
Before
you just shot him.
silicone.
No, you just shot him. Like, just put me down.
Wow. Yeah, that seems like a life not worth living.
Right. So you just...
I don't like it.
You just told him, talk about tending the rabbits.
You could put like lacquer on it or something. Smooth it out a little.
I wrapped a cucumber in some electrical tape. I think you're going to get by on this one.
Holy fucking shit. Do you know that you and
Just
I
make sure you get these girls plenty shit-faced. You'll never know the difference.
Do you know that you and I have been drinking during this show?
What?
Yeah, exactly.
That has not happened. I have not seen that. This is not evidenced.
I've actually not seen anything. I don't know what you're talking about. We have 3 minutes left.
All right, 3 minutes left. We got the drawing coming up. We got 13 of you in it for the VIP. Never mind, we got 14 of you in it. Jolene is now in that drawing. So we're going to give you guys 2-3 minutes.
I'm rooting for her because she's
to
been
get
in
in
this
there.
a couple times.
Yeah, Jolene's tried to become a steel toe VIP for quite some time.
I actually like the name Jolene.
And
I
this
think it's very
is
pretty.
one of the most sparsely entered. So therefore, this
That
is
was
the best.
me in college. I tried really hard, but they
This
just
is
weren't
the-
interested.
This is the best chance anyone's had by like half for quite some time.
Oh.
The fact that you didn't fuck in high school, like in a weird
that
way,
weird?
it bothers me a little.
I had no sex in high school. Oral.
You make me feel like a little bit of a whore.
No, you make me feel like a prude.
Okay.
So it goes both ways.
Because like while I didn't do like crazy shit, I did a lot of shit. And like you, not really.
I literally.
Gordy just made a very strange sound, and it really.
I
took
know.
me
I
off
heard
guard.
that too. It was weird. No, I think I only sucked a dick in high school.
Right. Me too. But like I did way more than that.
You let it penetrate him in the backyard.
Wait, what? He told me he loved me. One of my favorite lines in Con
Where
Air.
is he now?
He actually killed himself.
They always tell you they love you, and they don't mean it.
No, one of my favorite lines in Con Air is when Dave Chappelle gets on the plane and he breathes on the guard, and the guy goes, "Oh boy, your breath smells like shit." And Dave Chappelle goes, "He told me he loved me."
Oh no.
April, let's fill some holes in the drawing.
I definitely did. You were on my list.
All right, congratulations.
Of people.
Fill some holes.
God, I didn't realize how nice these were hitting tonight.
Von Kaiser says, give mine to Jolene. So throw Jolene in there one more time.
Jolene's in another time.
We got 1 minute and 15 seconds for you guys to get in. Then I'm hitting go on this drawing, and we're doing it. What am I at, 16?
I'm having fun.
16 of them?
Somebody just said Gordy just came, and I'm happy for him.
Gordy's making weird moany noises.
I know, I heard that.
Which is not normal for a dog.
Well, when he humps hard enough. He aggressively humps that toy across the room.
Here's the weird thing about Gordy. Gordy will hump one of his toys, and then he'll, like the narcissist he is, he'll lick the spot where his dick was.
It's disgusting. It's
the-
like the dick juices are on the toy.
It's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen a dog do, by far.
You like my water thing today? I just noticed that it said. I didn't even look at it earlier.
I love my
What
pug.
a fucking joke.
We also have another one for Laughing Lions. He says
Thank
second
you.
entry. All right, we got 30 seconds, and then I'm going to hit draw. That's 17, correct?
Let me count real quick.
Let's make sure we've got this right.
Yes.
Because I am going to hit draw in 10 seconds, and then we're going to wrap
17.
this thing up. And
Just make sure you refresh. I don't want to miss anyone.
don't worry.
This is retarded. I don't know why that specifically hit so well tonight.
Yeah, I'm feeling. You know what it is? I was exhausted before I started drinking.
I wasn't exhausted.
I was ready for bed. I've been driving all fucking day.
Oh, I know.
And I was falling asleep multiple times today. And
I didn't get any phone calls. Why not?
I fight through my shit. I do.
Yeah,
this-
me too. I'm too
I do this-
prideful
I
to
do
ask
this
for
a
help.
lot.
I don't call people.
Here's what I do. I go like this.
Oh, I hit a lot harder than that. I'll give a nice hard slap, and I'm like, "You're awake for a
I'm
while."
a sensitive boy.
I don't ask for help very often.
All right, here we go. Let's do this drawing, and then let's get the fuck out of here because I'm starting to get a little drunk, and I don't want to humiliate myself.
I don't want to
any
be drunk
further
on
than I
stream.
have. Here we go. 17 of you involved. This is one of the lighter VIP drawings we've ever had, so a good chance for one of you to finally get off the schneid, as they say.
I bet Crunchy gets it. She just got
Crunchy,
one,
I'm saying Jolene's got this one.
I hope so.
16. I think that's her.
It is.
JoJo has become a VIP.
Wait.
There it is. What?
JoJo.
That's who Jolene is.
Is that what that is?
Oh, Diane Poo entered
Oh,
after
that's
we started
fucked up.
drawing. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Diane.
I
You
feel
still
like-
would have lost.
Right. I do feel like that's mean that she didn't make it in there. But yeah, that's true. You still would have lost.
There
but
you go.
Jolene won. Please message me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook.
Yes.
Any of those.
JoJo,
Email.
make sure you get in touch with April
Touch me, Jolene.
so that you guys can connect. All right. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
We have to. I
We'll
think.
talk to you guys later. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 a.m. Central Time. Bright and
Wait,
early.
is
as
that
I-
me tomorrow or is that somebody else?
I'm going to talk
What
to
is the schedule?
I'm going to talk to Johnny.
You
after
have
this.
to text him.
We will talk to you guys soon. See you later.